YouTube, what's good? It's your boy, Paul Harris, aka Crazy Awkward. Hey, guess what? This is your first time tuning in. Go ahead, hit doggone subscribe button, hit notification bell every time I post up new content. Like and share this particular video or all of my videos, so that because I get tired of sharing my own shit, people. Plain and simple. But you know, every time that I actually do a video like this, or I do anything about Druski, right? You know, because we got a lot of shit to talk about in a short amount of time, you know, because I got to go get my other grandbaby. My other grandbaby, my other little princess is in there sleeping, right? So, hey, but it is what it is. I'm almost done with my tasty beverage. You know what? The alcohol, for the most part, is flowing pretty good. Not to say that I actually really got a habit, right? But, you know, hey, guess what? It is what it is. I can actually really do a show with or without alcohol. But the thing about it is this. I'm the crazy awkward. This is what the fuck y'all expect. This is part of my, in a sense, it's a part of my character. Yes, I have my glasses on. And as the shit gets higher and higher, especially on situations like this, right? Just know that I'm probably gonna have to start doing shows outside because I don't touch shit, or at least I feel like that I don't touch shit. But eventually, this shit gonna have to get out of my house. So now that I got that out the way, I can actually really take these bad boys off. I want y'all to listen to this motherfucker because this guy right here is the prime example of like, okay, you stand your ground and then you flip script because peer pressure is a motherfucker. So we're gonna let this play. We're gonna let him ask the question. So let's go.
Man who doesn't have any kids, why do we catch criticism for not want to commit to a woman who has kids?
Now here's them. Everybody, especially these two here, you just going off of what they did. They mama really did it all. Right? Plain and simple. Now watch them actually really watch them come up with a bullshit response.
Okay, so here's the thing. It's not that y'all catch criticism.
Okay, I forgot the bitch. She had to come in there, and then why she give a bullshit ass answer. Along with the other bitch. The motherfucker. And got her voice deeper than mine. Right? So listen.
From not wanting to date a woman who has kids is that because when you don't want to date this woman who has kids, you interfere with other people wanting to date her and try to push the narrative that if she's not your type, she shouldn't be anybody else's type.
Okay, so again, here's the deal, people. It ain't about being a type. Or is it? Why would any so here's the question. Here's the question. Here's the $64,000 question. Or matter of fact, motherfuck, a $64,000 question. This is like more of a $75,000, if not $100,000 question. How the fuck do you know what his type is? Plain and simple. Because he clearly did not give his type of woman. Anybody can answer or ask a question. Just because they ask the question doesn't mean that that's their type. The thing about it though is this. The question should be asked. Why going after who the fuck they think is gonna actually really take care of them and they rugrats. So let's continue.
Too. We never get mad when anybody talks about the things that they like. It's when the conversation becomes that nobody should want to be with y'all single mothers, do we start getting the backlash, right? Because if you don't want to date women with...
Okay, now here's the deal. The backlash. The backlash. Okay, explain backlash. Explain the backlash. I can tell you what the fuck the backlash is. But then just know that we're going to have to actually really take it back to the old school. Men marrying women with kids is nothing new. The only issue, the main issue now in today's time is that it's just that for the simple fact that the stepdad back then can whoop their ass. I can say this from experience because it happened to me. It happened to some of my friends. Because the woman back then understood the motherfucking assignment. I love this man. I married this man. It's a package deal. So whenever that the man back then felt like, okay, it's time for an ass woman. The woman back then didn't have no problem with it. The fuck is wrong with you bitches right today? Y'all too busy listening to your children. You ain't allowed, daddy. Guess what? But I'm with your mama though. My house, my rules, especially if I bring you where I reside. My house, my rules. You don't do what the fuck I tell you, guess what? You finna catch one. And just know that for the simple fact, I know about the rules and regulations, which for the most part, I never actually really understood the rules and regulations of raising a child. If that child, whether it be young, yes, I say young, right? So whether it be young or somebody, well, put it like this, we already know it's not young. You raising somebody else's shit. And so for the most part, I could be like, okay, yeah, you got a bullshit dad. So guess what? If I wanted to take on that responsibility, guess what? You're not going to be like your bullshit dad. If I wanted that goddamn responsibility. Let's continue. Because this bitch here, right? She is not of this world, people. I'm going to tell you right now.
Kids, guess what? Don't date women with kids.
This ain't me saying you ain't.
Okay, then. So for the most part, again, right? She said, don't date women with kids. That's all fine, good and well, but we already know that shit is not going to happen. Because here's my rule. If you got a child, put it like this. If you say you got a child, then for the most part, right, I need to know certain things. How old is the child? For me, the age, the the age of the child will always be a motherfucking distributing factor. Because anything 5 and under, we already know what the fuck you doing. You still fucking the baby daddy. 5 and up could be the same thing. Or let's just say from ages 5 to 10. Could be the same thing. Anything after the, put it like this, anything after the age of 15, that means that you, depending on how your mama raised your ass, right? And then depending on, put it like this, all children have a dad. But what did you do or didn't do to run the daddy off? And then for the most part, knowing the system and how it is, right? If you try to catch them food stamps, you don't need no man fucking it up for you. So you run the motherfucker off. And it just for the simple fact, right? You know, I got my glasses on because I know the bullshit is over there. I already know it's over there. But it's just for the simple fact, I just think that I look a lot better with my glasses on. I look more like a professor. I mean, good the fact, I don't need these glasses to actually really make me look like a professor. Because here's the deal. What the fuck does a professor look like? And I know I got off subject. Right? But my thing is this. If you actually really know, and it's quite obvious, that the motherfucker that asked the question and the motherfuckers on the panel, they don't actually really know how the system is set up. Because if they truly did, a lot of this shit, what they talking about, would have never flew out of their goddamn mouth. I'm just putting it out there. Especially this motherfucker right here. Because he is like, ooh, I'm finna speak from experience type motherfucker. Well, guess what? I can do the exact same shit. And then I would actually really tell him, no, don't take on that motherfucking responsibility. Because the first time that you do, you try to tell that kid something, because here's how the motherfucking single woman comes at you. She got the titty, she got the ass. And then she gonna wear some shit to act like really capture you. And then it's just for the simple fact she could have 3 kids. Community pussy like a motherfucker. But you looking at how that ass swing back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And God forbid if she got on some tight jeans. Or she can actually really have some pants on just loose enough where that booty can act like it looks like jello. She can walk, and then the thing about it though is this. She can walk like this. And for the most part, the ass can go this way. But by the time that she do this foot, guess what? The ass is still over there. So now the ass got to say, oh, shit, I need to swing this way. But by that time, this other foot is already in play. So now it just looks like this. And then God forbid if she ain't got no drawers on. Or a thong on. Little shoestring thong on. So you already know the ass is going to be everywhere on this one. And then here come the conversation. This bitch, she already know. You see how that shit work? Motherfuckers wear, women wear, I'm not saying that it's all with all women, but the thing about it though is this: you motherfuckers actually really know what to wear to catch the next motherfucker. You ain't told him shit about that you got 3 rugrats, that you have community pussy. You ain't finna tell him that. You just gonna let shit roll, and then when he actually really come to your house, you know, for the most part, he should already know something. Where the kids? Oh, they with their grandma. And then he leave it at that because he trying to fuck. He ain't trying to have no 3-year-old open the door and then that kid see you plowing the shit out of your mama. That ain't what that kid need to see. But he see it. Now he traumatized. So let's let this shit play.
A real man if and a real man would. This is me saying shout out to the men that step up where other men stepped out.
Okay, then. So here's the deal. Why did the other man step out? Right? Because I look at it like this. We as men, we can whisper sweet nothings in your ear. Make your pussy wet, you drop the drawers. But just know that a woman can whisper the same sweet nothings. Make your dick hard, her pussy already wet, drop the drawers, then, right? And then if you don't know how to pull out in time, guess what? We already know what the fuck, or we always anticipate what may happen 9 months later. But it's just for the simple fact that it's not always a one shot, one kill situation. Just because I fuck you good once and I actually really know you, that, 9 times out of 10, that actually really don't mean that you actually really gonna get pregnant. But the thing about it though is this: why would you even actually really take that risk? Why would you actually really take the risk of getting pregnant? And then the thing about it was even the most important. You don't know where this bitch has been. She may have little sharks in her pussy. And then you pull that shit down and then you wonder why your dick burning. Go ask Sexy Red about that shit because she's on record saying that she burned motherfuckers. But then again, why the fuck would you actually really want to fuck Sexy Red? She looking like Roger Thomas off of motherfucking What's Happening. So in a sense, you fucking a dude that just happened to have a pussy. I have nothing against Roger Thomas. I really don't. Or Ernest Thomas. I have nothing against him, right? But anytime when, for the most part, now that I actually really think about it, you sure that ain't you sure that ain't your child? Because I done seen all the pictures, and not for the simple fact that it actually really means anything. But I can't help but to actually really think, okay, these motherfuckers, they look too much alike. Both of them was in the industry. And then you didn't raise your child because you too busy trying to figure out what the fuck is happening. No, motherfucker. You knew what the fuck was happening. So let's go.
I'm with you.
Shout out to the men.
Oh, see, right there. He trying to get pussy. The motherfucker on the panel. And then all of a sudden, this motherfucker, he want to flip script. Hold on, I got to take a commercial break. All right, I'm back. But the thing about those is, I probably could actually really edit out me taking the piss. No, it wasn't a long 8 ball piss, but it was a long Seagram's gin slash Dr. Pepper piss, which for the most part I can truly honestly say that a Seagram's gin slash Dr. Pepper or whatever the fuck that you feel like that you need to put in your in the gin, right? That the piss is gonna last longer than any motherfucking piss water. Okay, so with that being said, let's actually really go back and listen to this bullshit. So let's go.
The show, see the value in you as well as that life. Shout out to the men, because without those men, where would I be? There are so many boys.
Okay, then. So here's the deal. What the fuck did he just say? Is near and dear to my heart. And the only reason why I say this is because how I actually really became to be who the person that I am. When I was up until I was 9 years old. Matter of fact, I actually really got it down. I actually really broke this shit. The crazy uncle actually really broke this shit down to a science. The difference between my birth date, April 1st, 1973, versus my younger brother's birthday, October 10th, 1982. That's 9 years, 6 months, 9 days, and actually I really 5 hours and change. So a lot of shit happens within that time frame. And so do you have any brothers? Do you have any sisters that do they actually really look like you? I mean, they may have some features, right? But you know what's really going on here. And and so these were questions that I was asking once my younger brother was born, because you look at my skin tone, and then you have to actually really go on Facebook or actually really go on my brother's page, Byron Harris. You look at him and then you look at me, and then you wonder why I was motherfucking asking questions. Why? On top of what everybody in the neighborhood was actually really talking about. Hey, how come he lighter than you? And then when I actually really go back and look at it and ask, I actually really asked my mom, okay, what the fuck going on here? Why is this the case? And then she just actually just came out and told me, baby, that's not your dad, is it? Joseph R. Harris, aka Bozo. It's not my biological, but he raised me as if he was my own. And for the most part, right, I can't do nothing. I mean, he been dead damn near, 10 years, 15 years, and not even longer, right? And then I actually really talked about this in the video that when my homeboy came down, my battle buddy, the ultimate battle buddy. Jen, you my girl. Braswell, you my boy too, right? But Blue is that motherfucker for me. And just know all of y'all are my motherfuckers. Y'all are my brothers and my sisters from another mother. If indeed that's what the fuck you want to call it. But I'm not going to get too technical on y'all. But the thing about it though is this. We're all connected. We're all connected. We don't know who, to be perfectly honest, we really don't know who the fuck is related to who and why. We really don't. But I'm actually ready to get off the subject here. Because this motherfucker saying, like, who would I be? Did you actually really try to track your father down? Like how I tracked, with the help of my family, tracked my father down. Did you do this? Did you do it? And for the most part, I can truly understand the answer is no. Because you try to get pussy. You try to get pussy, dog.
That needed that guidance and that.
Fuck up, dog. But the thing about it is this. Yes, all of us need that guidance. But the thing about it is this. Did you really try to track down your dad? And then this is what the fuck old boy should have said. But see, here's the deal. This is how I know all this shit is. This is why I know all this shit is bullshit. They give these motherfucking cue cards. And then they stand up when they tell you to stand up. Right? And then you get the bullshit ass question. Because for the most part, none of these motherfuckers actually really know what the fuck they talking about. Did all this shit what they talk about is bullshit. Because for the 9 times out of 10, we already know what the fuck is gonna happen. We already know what the fuck is gonna happen. But at the same time, when you actually really know this shit to be true, then guess what the fuck you gonna do? You gonna go marry the woman that got the rugrats. And they gonna fuck up your house every time, especially if your house is like bigger than what the fuck they staying in. And then here they come. Ooh, baby, can I spend the night with you? And then here come these ragged ass kids and they're gonna fuck up everything in your goddamn house. And they would say, you know what, bitch, you gotta get going. Why? They tearing up my house. I can't do nothing with them because I just met y'all. I can't whoop their ass because I just met y'all. But it's just for the simple fact you didn't teach your kid or kids how to act in somebody else's house. Your man already left you for whatever reason. 9 times out of 10, you probably run that bastard off. And then guess what? You finna run the next motherfucker off. Because you don't know how to handle your kids. Let's finish up with the rest of this ignorant bastard got to say.
Direction. It is a man that loved their mama so much they loved them too. They show.
So again, love is one thing. Love is one thing. But if I can't discipline your kids, as much as I may love you, if I can't discipline your child and you in my house, then you're not the one for me. You're not the one for me. It's, especially if we've been dating for a while. You won't let me whoop your kid's ass after he done fucked up my motherfucking 75-inch or anything else like that. That's an ass whooping. And then you say, no, that's my son. You would not touch him. Bitch, he just broke my goddamn TV. So the thing about though is this. Just listen. Just know that an ass whooping is coming. Whether I give it to him or I give it to you. Because for one, you don't know how to raise your child. 2, you run your daddy. You run that child's daddy off. So what the fuck are y'all? What y'all talking about here? What are y'all really talking about here? Let's really have it. Let's look at it. Let's really look at it for what the fuck it is. And this is bullshit, people. I'm just gonna come out and say it. So hold on.
Hold up for them. Let me tell you this. I'm glad you disqualified yourself. Because
it's not about motherfucking disqualification. To be perfectly honest with you. Because the thing about it is this. That man planted a seed into the ground. And he used his hoe to break up the ground, to water the soil, make sure that it was wet. Then once the harvest happens, y'all know how motherfucking farmers do. Let's continue.
single moms ain't for every man. You got to have a certain level of responsibility, character, and intention. Let me tell you something. Single moms scare off men without motherfucking intention.
Single moms. So let's hear this again. Single moms will scare off single men without intention. Nigga, you actually really thought you said something now. Because again, you just proved old boy's point. But you thought that you was really saying something. Because to be perfectly honest, a man is not trying to raise, and I'm finna fuck y'all up right now. A man is not trying to raise another grown ass man. I already know y'all missed that. Y'all totally, completely missed what the fuck I just said. I come in my Father's name, which that means that I'm not me, I'm my dad. So why the fuck I look like raising another man, even at the smallest form? Motherfucker, I'm raising you. This is your second chance to get it right. But then you got a bullshit ass, but just know that the mama don't know this. Hey, you know what? I already know. I done fucked up everybody. I done fucked up everybody at that point right there. So let's listen to what the fuck this ignorant bastard, because 9 times out of 10, you don't see nothing on this ring, on this finger. Let's just see what happens if he switches hands with the mic. If he hasn't already did it. Ooh, I'm gonna get some, and then whoever the fuck this is, right? He trying to get some pussy. Because we already know what the fuck they say. We already know that's nigga. Right there. Just know that. Just know.
Let me say this, because I've been a single mother. We don't be worried about y'all.
And then this bitch. Why the fuck would I need to be worried? Why the fuck you need to be worried about us? When me or him, as a single man, we just now coming into your realm. So why the fuck would you actually really be bothered with us? You need to be trying to worry about the motherfucker that knocked your ass up. That's why I said, you old dumb bitch. You stupid beyond belief. And then everybody know. You saying shit that's irrelevant. Duh, bitch. Like, really? Worry about the motherfucker that knocked your ass out. Or matter of fact, worry about how he knocked your dumb ass up. Just know that the shit is gonna get worse with this bitch. Listen.
Let me say that first. Let me preface by saying that first. Y'all be summoning us. Cause y'all be getting.
Why the fuck would we summon y'all when we already know that you got rugrats? Y'all might actually really need to do one of them tests on her because this bitch is rather suspect. She's rather supposed to. It really wouldn't surprise me none if she's swinging low. Like, no bullshit. Like, really.
Up in them comment sections and talking about us. When we be posting our kids and stuff, or when we post a man who actually wants us, y'all jump in the comments.
Oh, here's the deal. So you post the fact that you got community pussy. Now, if it's with the same dude, put it like this. Now, unless it's with the same dude, so what the fuck happened? Who ran off who? Or was it actually a really combined effort? Right? So for the most part, right, if you actually really gonna get on the panel and actually really talk like how the fuck you supposed to. Don't never edit your conversation. And then this is what the fuck is happening. This bitch, along with everybody else, have edited your conversation. So she didn't edit her own conversation. And then she tried to put that bullshit on him. Right? Shut the fuck up, bitch. Or nigga. Because your voice is just a bit too low to be a woman.
And call this man a simp and start antagonizing him. So then we don't have no.
So you want the simp. You want the simp. You just put it out there. You want the simp. And 9 times out of 10, you probably married a simp. Let's go.
Choice but to start talking about it. Your preference is your preference. We don't care. Quite frankly, you probably shouldn't be a stepdad. You may not qualify for that.
Now, for the most part, I can actually really say, you know what? You are absolutely right. But then again, how you presented it. This just goes to show you. You should be going after the motherfucker that actually really planted his seed in your dumb ass. But here's the deal. Oh boy, put them sweet nothings in your ear. Your pussy got wet, you dropped the draws. But then I actually really look at it right to this day. How are you ever to reproduce? Your voice too goddamn low for me. I can just imagine how you sound doing sex. You sound like an old retarded ass bitch. And then just know my dick gonna go limp. So you already know you ain't gonna get nothing out the crazy uncle. We already know that's not gonna happen. So look, let's go. And then what's so bad about it, right? He wanna fuck old girl. The old heavy bitch, the old deep voice bitch. He wanna fuck her so bad to it's ridiculous. You can actually really look at it in his eyes. Because he's been looking at her the whole night. And then that's the only reason why he asked the goddamn question. Because 9 times I think, yes, she's married. Or at least that's what the fuck she tell us. But guess what? She trying to fuck.
I just be saying they not my preference. That's all
Are
I
you-
say.
hold on, are
Date
you-
your
And guess
type.
what?
That's all I say.
Date your
And I
type.
guarantee you though, I don't be all over line. Shout out to my husband, but even before my husband, you didn't catch me on.
Oh, so your husband married you with baggage. So of course you're not gonna say he a simp because you are married to one. He taking care of your child out of a previous marriage. Now, if I didn't say this earlier, I will say it now. I'm a product of, and you know, and like I said, when I said when my homeboy came down, and then he did his shit with me. Joseph R. Harris, aka Bozo. I really never call that man my stepdad. I would never call him my stepdad. Because it wasn't about being a simp. Because although my mama probably could have drained it for everything that he had, but Bozo had that hustle. Bozo was always gonna keep money in his pocket. And for anybody, you know, now for anybody that actually knew who the fuck my dad was, my actual, I have to be like, I know who my biological is. And then I know who my dad is. But just know that both of them raised me the best way that they could know how. And so, just like I said, when y'all ask me to go back and watch the video, right? To be perfectly honest with y'all, I can't tell the motherfucking difference. Because they both told me the exact same shit. This is 1973 material. Probably the last of what was truly real. Not to say that y'all not that, but y'all can actually really never be what the fuck that we were. Y'all can actually really never be that. Just like this bitch and everybody else on that motherfucking panel. Y'all can never actually really be like how we were. Because what we did, our shit was wild. It was free. We invented shit. What the fuck did y'all invent? Because by the time that y'all got where it's like, you know what, we going to invent some shit. Then here come the Atari, here come the ColecoVision, here come the Sega Genesis, here come the Nintendo 64. Y'all get where I'm going with this. And just know that she's probably, put like this. Again, she's part of that. She was born in the 80s. It really wouldn't surprise me if she was born in 1985. And then you got the nerve to say some shit? Bitch, you can't say nothing. Let's go. Let's finish this shit out.
Line talk about what my preference was. It's my preference. Why I gotta explain it to the world? Why I gotta explain that to anybody?
Okay, again, but see, here's the deal. Eventually, you gonna have to explain that shit to somebody. I get it, you ain't gotta explain it to social media. But just know you're gonna have to explain it to somebody. So what the fuck you talking about? What the fuck you talking about? Dude, what the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? You and everybody else on that goddamn platform. What the fuck you talking about? Like, seriously. What the fuck we doing here? Let's go.
Somebody else.
Well, because his
That can be
preference
followed.
don't want him.
And then, okay, Brownie points. Brownie points. Because here's the deal. Did he ever give his preference? Did he ever give his preference? He didn't.
Because if
And then what's so bad about it? So now peer pressure didn't hit this motherfucker. Look at this fat bitch here. Look at that fat bitch there. She got 3 kids. She got 5. Right? She probably like she's still in the strip club. And then she got about like about 3, 4 motherfuckers. All this right here. Community pussy. Community pussy. Community pussy. Community pussy. Community pussy. Community pussy. Everybody that's in this bubble, community pussy. And they the main one clap. Why the fuck you think why the fuck y'all put like this? This is mostly women. And 9 times out of 10, all of this right here, everybody that's in this round right here, that's community pussy. So, yeah. Because you already know the motherfucker that you laid down with ain't finna do shit with you. Because he already knew you was a dumb bitch. So, hey, let's go.
if your preference wanted you wouldn't even care about what your
Again, did he ever actually like really give his preference? Don't worry about it, I'll wait. Don't worry about it, I'll wait. Because he never gave you the preference. Go back and listen to the goddamn question. He never gave his preference. Unless y'all want to sit up here and actually decode that shit. But he never gave his preference. All what the fuck that he asked is like, okay, how come we getting all this goddamn pressure from women that got kids and I ain't got none? That's all what the fuck you said. So how the fuck your dumb ass that his preference when he never gave it? He never gave it, people. Quit trying to capture pussy. Quit, dog. Quit trying to capture pussy. Because looking at you, you probably take it up the ass yourself. I think that's all of it. I think that's all of it.
non-preference wanted.
I'm not right now. I took this. Well, I'm not gonna say that I took it longer than what the fuck I wanted to. I just felt like that the crazy uncle really had to, explain it, put this shit out there. I really did, because when you go on shows like this, right? We really don't know what the fuck the stipulation is. You can ask a question, but can you offer a rebuttal? But then when you have a bullshit panel like them motherfuckers, right? 9 times out of 10, they're not, you would not actually really be able to offer a rebuttal. But then when you is stupid like our old boy was, he just asked a question. 9 times out of 10, he didn't actually really think that shit through. Because if he really thought that shit through, 9 times out of 10, he never would have asked that question. See, this is what happens when stupid people talk to other stupid people. Right? All the motherfuckers in the audience, as well as the motherfucking panel, none of y'all know what the fuck y'all talking about. Y'all know. I'm a very smart listen. I'm a very smart individual. And just from I'm not gonna sit up here and say that they don't come no smarter than me. Although I could do it and I could actually give you facts. But it's just for the simple fact of this episode, that I'm about to close out, because I don't have enough time to actually really carry it over into what the fuck Druski and his crew is talking about. But my whole deal is, and this is just actually really simple common sense. Women, know when a motherfucker is blowing sweet nothings in your ear. Never mind how my fingers are. It's just how the fuck put like this. I'm not a part of it, but hey, it is what it is. So with that being said, tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell your dad, tell your birthday, your uncle, your auntie, your grandma, your papa, motherfucker next door, cross street, around the corner. Paul's Harris, aka Chris Arkham, holla at y'all. What it do?